to print with your relief block, the blue block, we're going to use markers. So you're going to need your block, whatever color markers you want, and this is called a register. They'll line up, and you're going to make 5 prints total. So make sure you pick paper. The lighter paper works better. You can try darker paper, but it may not work. So you are just going to use the side of your marker, and you're going to color over the area. Make sure you're not coloring inside of the lines. You can mix colors if you want. That's the nice thing with markers. But I'm going to go over top of this. You got to go kind of quick. You got to make sure you go to the edge. So I'm going to mix green and blue. Make sure you're thinking about lighter colors going down first so you don't ruin the marker. These two are pretty much similar, but make sure you go to the edge and fill up all the space to get a good print. There's lots of things in your learning guide we will be skipping over, but make sure you go to the edge. And I'm going to go back with my blue and kind of put that in places. This is what you're doing with the styrofoam block too. It's just styrofoam instead of the blue block. So once you have the marker part done, you're going to line it up within the box on here. I know you do not have this if you have styrofoam. Make sure your fingers are dry, and you're going to take your piece of paper. This is the same size as this gold piece in your register. So I'm going to set it at the top, or you can just let it drop and push down, and use your hands to rub to transfer the ink. You can check to see if it transferred before you pull it completely. You'll probably see an indent of the edge of the block. Just want to make sure it doesn't move. It may not be perfectly in-centered, but you can make it look centered when you turn it in on Google Classroom. And so there's your print. You need to make sure you sign your print. So I will add that video too, and you'll be signing here at the bottom. If you want to change your color, you can. You don't need to wash it off. I'm just going to do this one all black. And it may pick up some of the leftover color you had. That's fine. I think it'll be interesting to see what type of color mixes you end up having. Just be smart. If it's a color that's completely different size of the color wheel, you might want to run a paper towel over it or something. Again, make sure you go to the edge of your block. And color it all the way. And then I'm going to go back over top and make sure that my ink is wet where I need it to be. Again, you would be doing the same thing with styrofoam. Just make sure you cover the whole thing. And with the styrofoam, you have white pieces of paper. So think about how you can make your colors really interesting. All right. Again, line it up. Make sure your fingers are clean. And rub to get the transfer. Again, check it to see. It's not going to be a clear of a transfer as if we're using ink, but this is what we got. Again, you're going to sign on the bottom with your